Hmm. Not, not quite as good as Night One, I'm afraid. Yeah. Not to say it was a bad show. It was still quite fun, but yeah, it could not, just simply not touch the heights of Night One. No, not in my opinion, anyway. This is Night Two of my review. Hey, why not, eh? The show started off again with tag title match. Hey, we started Night One with the same with the with the SmackDown tag team title match. Let's start the same with the Raw one. Although I did enjoy this one a little bit more. Again, it's like I'm so over the multi-man matches at this point. It's just, oh god, it's so overdone. This multi-match shit does my head in. But it was a fun match. Highlight was the RKO's. Obviously, RK Bro beat the Street Profits, beat the Alpha Academy. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun match. And then you get the post-match segment then between Gable Steveson coming in, giving the suplex. Trust me, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him in the future. He's going to be a big name. Former Olympian. What do you expect? I was quite interested to see the next match. Don't know how well this was going to turn out, but Lashley against Omos. Now, on paper, this is a gargantuan match. I mean, Christ. There's a reason why it did over 1 million views just in the build-up alone on one of their YouTube vids. I thought, okay, I'm pretty curious to see how this is going to work. And I don't know, well, I think it was too short to say whether I really enjoyed it or not, but I kind of expected Lashley to win, if that makes sense. Even though Omos has been portrayed as like this Goliath who just doesn't get knocked off his feet until obviously the go-home show before Mania. Loses to Lashley in this match. Okay, obviously they're building up Lashley now, who's now a babyface. I was like, okay, this is a weird spear. I think they called it a spear to the kidneys, but okay. Which we saw again in the main event for whatever reason. I think that was a bit of an off spot. Oh well. Is what it is. Bobby Lashley defeats Omos. Some impressive power spots by Lashley, picking the guy that size up. Not bad, not bad. Again, a multi-tag match. So over this shit for the women's tag team titles. Sasha, Naomi, new women's tag team champions. Ooh, beat Carmella, Zelina, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Natalia. I like most of the women involved here. There's just the problem is it's another throwaway multi-person tag match. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just so over this shit. I mean, why couldn't like someone like Sasha just be involved in the Rousey fucking Charlotte match from the night before? Would be that 10 times more interesting. But there you go. Sasha's no longer undefeated at WrestleMania, so yay. Again, a throwaway multi-person match. Happy they got their moment, but just I'm not gonna go on a rant. I promise I'm not gonna start ranting on the state of the multi-man and multi-women tag matches. I promise I won't. Next we got well, I was quite looking forward to this. Edge and AJ Styles. Edge best entrance of the night by far. There he is in the lower half of the screen. Bit of a weird one, but I liked his entrance a lot. AJ was I don't know what the hell happened with his entrance. I heard conflicting stuff where the pyro went off and he started bleeding. Last thing a bit odd. I think what more likely is that some of the stuff I've been seeing now is that he walked into the star prop and it caught him right here. Oh man, poor AJ. Brilliant match. Can't fault it. It does feel like they've left a bit in the tank, because I think they could have way better than this. This obviously going to be an ongoing program, as we've seen on Raw as well. interesting finish with Damian Priest. I'm glad they're going to do something with him. Probably going to be a faction. Rhea Ripley's not doing anything of note. Check her into the list. Check her into the faction as well if that's what they're going to do. I just really hope they're not going to be called something stupid like the Mountain of Omnipotence or something like that. But hey, Edge leading a crew of young up-and-comers, that's sounds good to me. Again, brilliant match, but they're clearly holding out. There's clearly going to be an extended program of some sort, so I think we got a lot more to come of them. It's going to be a lot better, thankfully. Sheamus and Ridge Holland and the New Day. The less said about this, the better. I know I'm not really going in the specific match order here, but fuck that match. You know what? They may as well have been bumped off, just like they were the night before. Seriously, there was no point in this. Sheamus and Ridge just squashed them. Like, whatever. This is just pathetic. They may as well just kept them off a card like they did night one. Seriously. Whatever. I like all the guys involved, but seriously, what a waste of time. It was just a filler segment, in my opinion. Whatever. Shit. Again, this is one of the more interesting matches I was looking forward to was Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. I'm a huge Jackass mark. I always have been, so this was probably going to be quite divisive. People, divisive, divisive, fucking same thing. I actually really enjoyed this one. I'm not really into comedy matches, but I actually found this quite entertaining. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for this shit. I mean, you had appearances from Wee Man, Chris Pontius, I mean Dark Shark, Jeff Tremaine, Pontius doing the whole Party Boy skit, and he actually stripped. Again, this is going to be hit or miss. People either really loved it or people really hated it. The crowd in attendance, though, I think they lapped that shit up just like I did. The moment of the match for me was Wee Man body slamming Sami Zayn. That got a pop out of me. I actually did not expect that. So naturally, Sami had to give him a nice old boot to the face. Johnny Knoxville wins. Again, what do you expect? The Intercontinental title was nowhere near this match, thank Christ. I mean, although that title's been devalued enough as it is, so would it have really... No, stop me. I'm not going down that train of thought. No. Would have been nice for the Intercontinental Champion to make an appearance at WrestleMania, but hey ho. But at least it wasn't part of this match, so okay. It is what it is. But I enjoyed this match. I really did. I mean, the whole mousetrap at the table, the old pyro thing, and the taser, the giant hand. Whack! I was just a sucker for all the Jackass shit. I actually really enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. This, again, it's gonna be hit or miss. I loved it, I enjoyed it, and that's all I can say about it. I just... it's run its course. I don't need to see any more of it. Please, let's just move on. Although, I don't know, I kind of feel like I gotta give props to Sami Zayn though. I mean, he got in a big time WrestleMania match just like Kevin Owens. I mean, Jesus Christ, Owens carried that feud with Austin with no build of like, no back and forth. He literally carried it by his promos alone. Gotta give props, and I gotta give props to Sami Zayn as well. I mean, I know we did see Knoxville sporadically through the times, but he both of them delivered. And I gotta give credit to Seth Rollins while I'm at it as well. He did exactly the same. Nobody to bounce off of in the lead up. Tremendous stuff again. He did exactly the same. So I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. Top stuff all around to them three. I enjoyed the hell out of this match, and that's just the way it is. Oh man. Now comes my favorite match of this night. I was actually quite looking forward to this because I'd seen what Pat McAfee could do with his with his game in NXT. I thought, I'm quite interested to see what he's going to do with Austin Theory. I mean, I really liked his match against Adam Cole. Was it last year or was it the year before? I mean, look, guys, the last 2 or 3 years have just been pure shit. They've all blended into one. So, forgive a guy for getting the timeline wrong here for the last 2 or 3 years. It just feels like one continuous year. It still feels like 2020, 2021. They all blend in. Whatever. But I was looking forward to this match. This was unquestionably favourite match of the night. Pat McAfee had a kick-ass entrance with the white stripes. The Seven Nation Army song. Guy was over like Rover, as they say in Texas. My God, he was over in Dallas on night 2. Shit, one of the bigger pops in the night. Probably the second next to Austin, to be fair. Stone Cold Steve Austin, not Austin Theory. Pat McAfee, man, he pressed the shit out of me again. I mean, that superplex part, wow. Seriously, I mean, fucking hell, Theory throws him off the top rope. He lands on his feet, and McAfee's a big guy. Lands on his feet and then leaps to the ropes in a Shelton Benjamin-esque way. Suplexes him from the top. Superplex from the top. I love this shit. This was awesome, and the height he gets on his Swanton Bomb. Oh man, Pat McAfee's legit. I say he's my favorite commentator as well at the moment. So he can do no wrong. He is just fucking awesome in my book. Stole the show with Austin Theory. This was my favorite match on night 2. Easy, no question. This just popped the shit out of me. Pat McAfee wins. I think it was with a crucifix after Austin Theory's going for the what's his finish called? The A-Town Down? Yeah, I think it is. Gets the win. And then McAfee challenges Vince McMahon, who's been at ringside for the entire match. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna be some. He might take a bump or two, but I'm thinking, wait a minute. Now there's a the referee's still there. He's taking his jacket off. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit of physicality. There's not gonna be anything too serious. And just like the night before, the bell rings. Vince McMahon is in a fucking match. 76-year-old Vince McMahon in a match at WrestleMania. It's happening all over again. What? The match went 2 or 3 minutes. It was just Austin Theory interference filled. Vince won. I don't know what this was. I mean, you can't really say this was a match. This was just an angle to set up the following moment. Vince wins. I don't know what this was. This surely just must have been something just for the next segment. Of course, they're celebrating in the ring, and it was priceless because I think old Vincey boy got a bit confused as to whose music hit. It was actually Austin Theory's music. He thought Stone Cold was coming out, which was the shocked look on his face. Slightly bit off here, Vince. Although all the themes, in my opinion, all the themes today are just terribly average, I'm afraid. Of course, the iconic Stone Cold glass shatters. Boom, he comes out, gives Austin Theory absolutely awesome stunner. He sold us like he got shot out of a cannon. What a fucking sell by Austin Theory. I love that guy. He's going places. He's not wrong when Vince wasn't wrong when he said he's a future Universal Champion. Oh, WWE Champion. I don't know why he said Universal. That's what they're going with now. But hey, whatever. He's a future World Champion. They see big things in him. Vince wouldn't be doing this angle with him. You know, obviously if he didn't think that. But what a sell! I love that sell. It was like reminded me of the Scott Hall stunner from WrestleMania 18. Good stuff. So you have one of the best stunners I've taken, followed by the fucking worst stunner I have ever seen in my entire life, and of course none other than Vince McMahon. Good God, He kicked him in the gut, and it was like Vince was about to turn to dust. He was like stumbling all over the place. Gives him the worst stunner I have ever seen in my entire life, and probably everybody agrees it was the worst stunner all time. Naturally, all Austin could do was laugh. He had a ball of a time. He was pissing himself. I mean, what's a guy to do? Of course he's gonna laugh. I mean, if I was in that spot, I would have pissed my pants as well. But to be fair to Vince, 76-year-old Vince taking a stunner. I think he took it twice actually. The second one was marginally better, and they're probably gonna edit to make it look like the first one. But hey ho, worst stunner ever. Crowd popped. Austin and McMahon. You never know. I think that probably would have been. I'm predicting that's actually going to be the last time Vince and Austin have an in-ring confrontation together, and that might have been the last stunner Vince will ever take in his life. So at least there'll be one they remember. Not necessarily for the right reasons, but hey, they remember it. Again, that's what the McAfee Vince match was leading to. So led to a little nice moment like that. That's all it was to it. I enjoyed it again. Then the main event, the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Oh. And as you can probably see by the screenshot you've given, well, you can probably see what happened, as you already know. Roman Reigns is now the, what are they calling it? The undisputed Universal Champion. Oh God, can we just say undisputed World Champion, undisputed WWE Champion? Sounds so much better. On paper, this sounds like the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got the two. This I think is the first time the two world titles have been unified in the main event. I mean, what are the other times there's been unification? Well, you had WrestleMania 6 with Hogan and Warrior, but that was the WWE title and the Intercontinental title. But this was the first time they've ever unified the two world titles in the main event. So on paper, maybe it sounded like the biggest. It's all marketing. No one really expected this to be the biggest. It's the biggest match they could have done this year, given the people involved, the two biggest stars they've got. So naturally, they had to bill it as the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. This was paint by number stuff. I don't know if Roman was hurt, but I don't know that towards the end maybe it got time cut, but I will say, after the entrances, it did feel like a big deal. It's like, oh shit, we have finally got there. But then the match started, and this was just, I was playing WWE 2K22 basically, finisher spam, paint by number stuff. I'm afraid this is just nothing we haven't seen before, but it got to where they wanted it. Roman Reigns finally exercised his demon, just like his cousin The Rock, who couldn't beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania. He finally conquered the beast at WrestleMania. It took his third try, but he did it. So Roman Reigns is now the undisputed champion in a fairly clean fashion. I mean, there was like a low blow and a title shot to the face, but didn't really factor into the finish immediately, so maybe it was somewhat a clean win, but I predicted Roman to win. Yeah, I mean, he had to. There was no way Brock was going to win this, surely. Although, again, with these people, you just don't know. So, I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go, because now they've built Roman. He is on God level. Greatness on a different level, as he likes to say. Who the hell stops this guy? He hasn't, as they pointed out like so many times, he's not been pinned or submitted since December 2019. Wasn't the last time against Baron fucking Corbin? Oh God, I hope not. I hope I got that wrong. But who the hell stops this guy? I mean, he is just on a different atmosphere at the moment. He is just in a class of his own now. If not Brock Lesnar, then who? I don't know, they kind of run into a similar problem that they did with Brock years ago, where he just felt like no one can touch him. Maybe they got Drew McIntyre in mind for like later in the year. maybe they can build Cody up for a big match at SummerSlam. Maybe they're gonna have Drew with the UK show. Hopefully, I am hearing rumors it's gonna be in the I still call it to this day the Millennium Stadium, not the Principality Stadium, which is 20 minutes down the road from me. I'm hoping Drew McIntyre maybe gets his shot at Reigns there. I don't know, but who the hell? I haven't got a clue who's going to stop this guy. I mean, Brock was the closest thing, and I'm still holding out hope that there's going to be The Rock against Roman Reigns next year at WrestleMania, which I am desperate to go see. I've never been to see WrestleMania. I have still got to somehow convince my girlfriend to go. Yeah, I'm not having any luck on that one quite yet. She wants to go, but anyways, as a whole, WrestleMania was just fun this year. Staying offline and not actually being on Twitter added a lot to it. I just really enjoyed WrestleMania as a whole. Night 2 wasn't bad by any means, but Night 1 just home and away, just you could not touch Night 1. It just had so many highs. And that's my thoughts on WrestleMania as a whole. Night 2, good. Not as good as Night 1. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. Listening to me ramble for 20 minutes. But you never know, there's going to be more content to come. Gameplay videos, review videos. Well, I say reviews, I'm not a professional reviewer. I just give my thoughts like I've done this one. There's going to be MCU ones, DC ones. So basically, pro wrestling, video games, comics. Well, not to say comics, comic film or maybe comic TV stuff. That's basically me in a nutshell. So stay safe, guys. Hope you enjoyed this this ramble, this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. I gotta learn how to edit.